Hello and welcome to episode 28 of Kerbal Speed Program. My name is Jim and we are on our way to Dres. Let's take a look at the map view here. We have escaped Kerbal. We are on an intercept course of Dres' orbit, but we'll need to do another maneuver to actually intercept the planet. So let's go ahead and get to that point. I think this will be not so great of an angle to really mess up our Delta V calculations. So we still have a pretty decent amount of fuel. Let's see what this looks like as far as these actual tanks. This back one here is empty. I guess I could drop that off. Save some fuel. That's pretty full. This one just started using some of it. Yeah, let's go ahead and keep dragging that around for a little bit. It shouldn't make that much difference in the overall weight of the station. Alright, so let's go ahead and speed up to our maneuver. We'll make that burn for the intercept. One thing I realized between episodes is that I forgot to add a gravioli detector to the ship, to the lander. So we won't get that science, but I think we'll get more than enough to unlock the rest of the science tree with this mission. And if not, I can just take a gravioli detector to Moon or Minmus and complete the tree. Wow, that's 260 days away. We're not even out the jewel in this. Our velocity is quite low, 4,700 in relation to the sun. Alright, let's go ahead and slow down just for a moment and get into position. This will be prograde, so towards 90. Ship moves pretty easily now that a lot of the fuel is gone. Let's see what we're down to. I think we were at 110 tons when we left, and we're at 86 now. Well, still wobbling a bit. Alright, let's get the rest of the way to our maneuver node, do our burn, and then head for the intercept. $80 days. Kerbals look fairly pleased. All pretty calm and smiling, so that's a good sign. It's 5 days, 1 day. Alright, let's just move a little bit closer here. We're so far out in space, a couple hours will not make that big of a difference. Got a little bit of wobble going on. 1200 Delta V on these nuclear engines. It's gonna take a bit, so I will make a cut here and see you guys in a moment. Let's get a pretty looking shot though first. Alright, see you in a moment. Jump, cut. Okay, we are nearing the end of the burn. Let's go ahead and cut our engines. I used a bit of the monoprop up to see how much, yeah, part of that tank. Let's transfer some of this. Maybe I can get rid of this tank. Monoprop actually sped things up quite a bit. There's more energy in these than I think most people realize. Let's see, I will have to oh, okay, just a single tank. That shouldn't be too hard to refill. There we go. So while that's going on, let's see what this maneuver. We still have a little bit to burn, but we're going to burn the last with the maneuver node turned off so we can see what the result is. Maybe get that actual encounter. If not, we can adjust when we get a bit closer. There we go. Alright, map view. Alright, let's turn that off. Okay, we are on the trajectory we want to be, so let's go ahead and turn up the engines a bit. Oh, we have to reset our target. Now, why isn't it letting me target? I'm all the way down the warp. Let's cycle back through the Space Center. Come back and see if that'll fix our targeting. Alright, we are back. There we go. That usually does the trick. Okay, so there's our closest approach. Come on, I'm just trying to double click the actual marker. There we go. Nope. Oh well, just burn directly here. Let's watch it get closer. 1.8 million, 1.7, 1.4, 1.3, 1.2, 1.1, 900, 800, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm going to do this last little bit with RCS. Let's turn RCS back on. Each burst is about 5,000 kilometers. Oh, there's our encounter. Okay, so now periapsis is 31,000, 29, 15, 14. Looks like that's where as close as we're going to get from here, so let's go ahead and speed up. Get a bit closer. Alright, this is going to take a while. So I will see you guys after another jump cut. Okay, now that we're getting a little bit closer, let's see if we can adjust this encounter a little bit closer. So we have to do the different directions. Let's first see what... Let's see, am I slow down all the way? Yes, I am. Oop, don't want to use RCS to spin. Okay, let's first point away from the sun. And now turn RCS on. Okay, boost away a little bit. Now, of course, the numbers are getting bigger there. Okay, now we can use N to boost towards the sun. Okay, the numbers are getting smaller. Let's go and bring this down as far as it will go. Oh, there we go. We've minimized that, so we're obviously offline north-south. So let's go ahead and point directly north in the solar plane. Turn RCS back on. Alright, so burning northwards lowers our number. Nope, it's going back up again. So it's burning southwards. Okay, that lowers it. This should get it down pretty darn low. 6 million. 3 million. Yep, going back up again. Looks like 1.3 is the smallest number there. Okay, so once again, turn off RCS. Let's point towards the sun again. And let's see whether... or away from the sun. There we go. Alright, so burning away from the sun should make... Oop, gotta turn RCS on. It should be making it bigger. Yeah, I thought so. So we want to go... Okay, bring this closer. Let's get to about 100,000 meters. There we go, 66. That'll work. Alright, so let's go ahead and head in for our encounter. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be the correct direction, because we never overshot the orbit. We came in, and as soon as we got the encounter, then we decreased it. So the first part of any encounter is your prograde direction. If you overshoot it, then you'll be in retrograde to the planet's orbit, or planet's rotation, I should say. Okay, let's move in a little bit closer. Slow that down a little bit. There we go. Not quite sure what we're doing here. We actually are going retrograde, because we're on the left. We're heading on the left and go around this way. We want to go around this way. Easily fixed, however. We can point... Let's see. I think if we're pointing... let's see what 270 does. RCS on. Okay, that's going away. So we want to get closer and then flip it to the other side. So we're going to do N. I think what happened and why I'm going retrograde is when I was adjusting towards the sun earlier, I overshot, and then when I pulled the equator down, or the equatorial part of the orbit down, it passed through to the other side, so. Alright, so we just need to flip this. Till we get a periapsis again. There we go, and that's on the correct side. So let's do, let's do 25. To get rid of this kind of weird thing, let's burn southward. Doesn't matter which one of these we go to. I'm going to the north, but I can use N to burn RCS southward. Now RCS on, and hit N. This should decrease this even more, while leveling out our plane a little closer to the solar. In fact, it matched a little too well. There we go. 30 meters, that's a little close. So we want to burn a little bit more this other direction. So 270 was at both end though, so 90 degrees is what you want to burn when you're far away from the planet to get your prograde orbit. Alright, let's bring this out to... Oop, gotta turn RCS on. Let's bring this out to about 20,000 again. There we go. Alright, now, first things first, we need science. Let's do our array of experiments. I'm just going to do one mystery goo because that's all we can drag back with us, 70 science. Keep the data because we're going to bring everything home. Going to do a crew report. High over Dres. Going to do a temperature reading. Oh, can't do a high over planet. Can't do seismic, I don't think either. Nope. We can do the Science Junior. 175. There we go. And we can do an EVA. Crew hatch. Come on. This hitbox is really picky. Yeah, why is it way down there? Who is in there? Is it? No, who's... Yeah, I just want to see who's in here. Crew hatch, crew hatch. I get that angle, I can't even do it. Alright. Oops. What did that do to my orbit? I shouldn't have... Nope, it did make it. RCS on. There it is, 20,000. Okay, so we fix that. So we're not going to slam into the planet anymore. But I just want to... Just want to touch it. I don't know which one, I can't remember which one of these guys was my, well, it's one of these, I think it's Burford or Malik. Let's try Malik. Where did he come out at? Oh, he's in the, Hitchhiker, so that's not him. Go ahead and board. Janoli, Greglow. Mundos, I think about... Yeah, that was who it was. Alright. EVA report. 56 science. Alright, is that all I can get here? Yeah, these have to be done on the planet. Yep, alright, so let's take the data. Take the data. Collect the data. Collect the data. Remove the data. And board. Alright, now we can clean out all those. Clean experiments. And then we'll be able to go ahead and get into orbit. And we'll do our near Dres experiments once we're in orbit. And then we'll land, grab all that science, and then go home to Kerbin. Alright, so everything's ready to go again. Let's get into retrograde position. It's actually quite maneuverable now. Alright, let's do some... This one wobbles a lot. Let's do some RCS transfers. Get that last of this out. Okay, so now we have drained this tank dry. Let's go ahead and detach it. Alright, that'll lighten things up a bit. Alright, so let's go ahead and get close to the Dres right there. First glimpse of the basically giant asteroid. That was almost bad. 170,000 meters. Okay, so we better start burning here pretty quick. Let's see, our velocity is 1100. Okay, so that's not too bad. So that's the most we'd have to burn. Should be able to do that in approximately... We'll have about half a tank left when we're done with this burn. So let's go ahead and fire the engines up. This will probably be about... an 8-minute burn or so, because that's what the last one was when it was 1200 meters per second. So I will see you guys after a jump. Cut! Okay, we are coming up on the closing of the... That's a good glamour shot there, of the orbit. Not too much more now. Then we can do is our near Dres science and prepare for landing. There we go, let's bring this right on down to 20,000 meters or so. Gonna cut just to get a little pretty view here. Do that for a little bit. Maybe this is a thumbnail here, coming in Dres. Alright, let's get back to our map view so we can keep track of this. Apoapsis is coming down nicely, we can fire up the engines a little bit more. Be careful, don't want to bring that side down too much. Let's go and wait and get on the periapsis. And there goes their little fuel tank. Alright, on the periapsis. Go here, the retrograde, and do the last bit of the burn. There we go, below 20 is perfect. Alright, so next set of science is near Kerbal orbit. So can I get this crew hatch now? There we go, Mundos Kerbal, EVA. Let's go ahead. Oop, I should have did the crew report first. Let's go ahead and get his EVA. Let's go ahead and board. Let's get crew report again. Okay, let's do our goo. Do our Science Junior. And now I think we can get temperature. Yes, but can't do seismic, that has to be on the ground. Alright, so let's pull Mundo's out yet again. Let's take all that data. Alright, so he has all that now. Now we can pop back in. So yeah, we'll still have a little more than half a tank. Almost exactly half a tank. Have to make sure we refuel everything up here, though. Yeah, some of this has been used. And particularly the monoprop. In fact, while I'm thinking about it, let's do that right now. And then we'll clean out the science experiments and prepare for landing. Greglo's a little worried. Malik is pretty happy. Janoli looks a little worried as well. Everyone else looks pretty worried. Just Malik, he's the happy one. Not sure why, guys. This should go swimmingly. Alright, clean those experiments out. Alright, so I think what I want to do first, though, is let's take the data out of here, put it in here before we land, so that way if we crash, we do not lose all of our data. Alright, so got to do some flying here. Bumpity bump. Oh, I need to turn all the lights on. Let's turn his lights on at least. Take all that delicious data. And now you can go back over to... Is his lights on? There they go. I had to actually push L and not use that button. Alright, so we have to go around the other side. Grab. There we go. Just straight up boarded. Alright, so all the science is safely in that capsule now. So now let's, we filled that. Let's refill all these other tanks. And we will be ready to land. So in the big tank we have about a third, a little more than a third. Any fuel I have left when I come back I'm going to stick in this orange tank. I'm going to leave this lander behind. We'll just take this unit and this unit back home. Is there anything in these? Yeah, they're still full. Because the fuel lines, they get emptied last. Oh, I think I am ready to go. Yep, can't think of anything else I need to do. Alright, let's disconnect here. Alright, let's switch ships. This adapter... Is there... Nope, not part of this tank. I was going to check the monoprop there, but... Alright, and I have to activate these engines again. Alright, so we have power. Let's pull away just a bit. Let's see, we're going on the night side, so let's go ahead and swing around to the daylight side again. We'll land somewhere in this dark area, I think. That's going to take a while. Oh, that's right, there's some monoprop in the capsule as well. I did not refill that. I don't think I'll need it, though. 9 tons here. Like I said, we'll offload any fuel we have left when we get back. Guess we can plan a maneuver. Yeah, only take very little. You know, I'm not even gonna bother. I'll just burn retrograde and get what I want. Only have to use 300 meters per second to stop. So I'm gonna start burning right at the edge between these light and dark areas. Alright, it's taking forever. Come on, 10 times, huh? I don't even know if this is worth a jump cut. Let's go ahead and wait it out. Let's get some... Let's put our lights on. Let's go ahead and put the landing gear down. That's a good idea, too. Don't forget. Yeah, he's pretty happy for his mission. Let's get a Dres rise here, sunrise here on Dres. Of course, he clips by the ship. That's pretty cool looking. Alright, let's see where we are. Got a ways to go. While we're waiting, let's go and go there. The dark areas coming up. Alright, I think this is that boundary I was talking about, so I want to start a little bit farther. So it'll stop pretty darn quickly, and I don't want to fall short. Looks like these are pretty rough highlands, and we'll get into some kind of lowlands that are relatively flat. Alright, so let's get in here, let's get our interface back up, point to retrograde, and start burning. Just gonna go ahead and drop that orbital velocity right to 0. Yeah, nearly vertical now, so we'll be going, let's get in the chase mode, so my fingers match the visuals. Actually, I think I liked this a little better. I just want to kind of twist so that all these kind of match up. I'm mostly watching the nav ball anyway. Let's see, altitude 10,000 meters still. And he's still pretty happy. Okay, doesn't take much to slow down. Hover velocity, or hover thrust should be pretty low. Probably should have thrust limited these engines, but I think I'll be able to handle it without. Alright, let's go ahead and do some slowing down now. So I'll have to do less when we get closer to the ground. Looks like I can go from, change 50 meters per second pretty quickly. Alright, starting to see details in the ground. Looks relatively flat. Come on, Mundos. Starting to see the light. Too much. Coming down very nicely. Uphill a little hard, but that's fine. Alright, we are on Dres. So this is our third interplanetary body landed on? Gilly, Ike, and now Dres. Alright, so let's get our stuff going here. EVA. Oops, first crew report. Keep that data. Let's do the experiments. Observe the goo. Observe the materials bay. Do a seismic scan. 160 science there, and then we can do temperature. 64 there. Finally an EVA. EVA report in space near Dres. That might duplicate. Yeah, it's going to duplicate, but I'll go ahead and do that. But let's go ahead and grab all the data from the experiments. Put that back in before we head to the surface. No, I seem to take it okay. Okay, so EVA again. And now we're going to go ahead and drop down to the ground. Alright, let's get a glamour shot from the surface of Dres. We of course need to plant a flag. Site name Dres. Landing 1. Let's see, what should it say? Is it pronounced Dres or Dres? EVA report from the ground, 64 science. Surface sample, 240 science. Keep all that data. Alright, see how high you can jump. Okay, you can jump higher than the ship itself. That's pretty cool. Turn those little rocket packs. Jump. Forward, grab. And board. 7 stored data. Alright, very cool. Alright, we're ready to go home, so 90 degrees is there. 3, 2, 1, lift off. Turn that right on over. We know 300 and something meters per second is orbital velocity. See what that does for us. Alright, then we need to burn pretty hard northward. Just gonna do that right now. There we go. Get back on prograde. Alright, let's wait. $10,000 meters, okay. This is going to take a while, because I'll need to go around a couple times to match. I have to let that catch up to me, so I'll have to expand my orbit and let it catch up to me. And then go back down to it. So actually, so I can go ahead and bump the AP up here pretty high. Let's get over 10,000 so we can warp drive this guy. Another one of those, do I jump cut now or later? Or is it even worth it? Let's get a maneuver node, let's get the intercept. Okay, so only 10 times here. Set that as a target. Oops. I'm gonna get above that 30,000 meter mark so we can warp a little faster, let this thing come around and meet us. Close enough. Alright, so it's gonna take a couple of... I'm gonna do the jump cut now, and then as soon as I get something that's an encounter, I will meet you guys back here in Dres orbit. Jump cut. Okay, I am in semi-final approach here. Let's get everything in order. Let's control from this place. Let's see. So we need a chase camera. Whoosh! Spin around. Need to get to that side of things. So okay, line up this way. Pull things to the left. Slow down there. And then we'll spin around. Whee! There you are. Kind of lined up the way I want to be. Get a parallel here. And RCS back on. Let's go ahead and start going. Oops. Wrong keys. Up and to the left. That's kind of a pretty shot. See if I can do this without the controls now. Just do eyeball here. Okay, we definitely need to slow down that way relative to it. To the right and down. Get an approach vector going. Slow down now. That looks pretty good. Yep, need to go a little bit to the right. Slow down a bit, but... Oh, wow, that's really nice docking for not having the interface up. Alright, so we already grabbed all the experiments, so we can go ahead and clean those. And then we'll move Mundos down to the hitchhiker container. First he'll store all the experiments in the other capsule. This is a 2-man capsule? You might be able to go directly in there. Alright, so Mundos. EVA. Let's take all that sweet science with you. You can let go. Grab. There we go. Definitely let's store everything. Okay, so that can't be copied. Why do I have fewer experiments than I originally thought? I guess I'll be okay, so he'll board. Oh, it is full, okay, so, but he stored everything. He has no extra data. So we can let go, RCS on again, maneuver around. Careful, the solar panel's there. Grab that, and you can definitely board there. Alright, so that will do it for episode 28 of Kerbal Speed Program. Next time we'll take these guys home, collect the science, and see if they'll unlock the rest of the tree. Off camera I'll transfer all the fuel from this to this, just in case we need it. But I'll leave behind the little adapter and the landing module. And then we'll see about getting some asteroids around Ilu and Moho, which is the final goal of this series before we move on to a new series in the 0.25 version of Kerbal Space Program. Anyway, my name is Jim. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me. Have a great day.